we're wobbling around a bit there. Good morning, welcome to Something Saturday. So I was playing around with things the other day and came up with this sort of cunning plan, and you can sort of see it if I come in and focus a little bit on this. It just gives a completely different effect. So I thought I would show you how I have done this. Let's refocus and let's hope it stays looking good. All right, so I've already done the butterflies. So that was the beautiful butterflies, which has dies that go with it. Clearly, I haven't used those particular dies that go with it. I have used where are they gone to? These ones here, which are the deckled circle dies. I have to admit, I don't know if they're current anymore, and I know that the ones that I plan to use are definitely not current, but they might be in the list of recycled products, even the retired products. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's that one. I'm going to pop my deckled circles away for the time being, and I'm going to put the beautiful butterflies away because I've already used that, so I'm not going to use it again. I will finish off making those cards later. Not now, obviously. And I thought I might use the sea turtles for the next one that I'm going to do. So it's kind of a cool stamp, and it's a reversible one. So I haven't done much with it as a reversible stamp, so I thought it's about time I did something with it. So we need 2 pieces of cardstock. So I've got 2 pieces that are slightly smaller than a basic card. I think they're about 1 centimetre smaller, either that or 1/2 centimetre smaller maybe. And the reason for that is so that I can mount it up onto a card. So somewhere around here I've got a base card. There's one. So yeah, it should sit onto there nicely once I've done. Anyway, I didn't actually think of colours at all for this. You know what? I might just fast forward the video whilst I work out some colours for it. Right, so my thought is that I might colour it up with some of the Brights Stamping Right markers. So if you notice on these, they have a thick line and a thin line. So if you go with the thick line, we're going to go with the lighter colours first. So I might put a little bit of yellow on in a couple of places. Then maybe this colour. I've just got to make sure that I colour the whole thing in. Right, you'll notice a couple of times that I've just drawn the edge of the pen off on my scrap paper. That's just to make sure that any colour that it might have picked up on the way through just comes off it. So I'm hoping that I have maybe covered the whole thing. I really can't tell, which is probably not great. So we shall see. What I recommend you do next, because most of the ink has already dried, is you huff on it to give a little bit more ink back to it. So and then stamp it. And we cross our fingers and hope that we have a decent image. Okay, well, that could be all right. Potentially nobody will see this video, or it will work out. So the other thing then, what I want to do is I'm going to take this off and I'm going to attach it the wrong way round, or what feels like the wrong way round, because in fact that is the way to get the extra image onto there. And I want something light for the background of it now. So let's pick out, oh, that's not the colour I was expecting it to be. I was going to go with the Lost Sea Foam, soft sea foam. I saw Lost Lagoon and then tried to amalgamate the two together. So let's just see how this comes out. Yep, that could work. So now all I need to do is line it up. So excuse my head for a minute. Well, that's not too bad, actually. I'm quite happy with that. Cool. Okay, so then the other thing I want to do is I need to also put this onto another piece so that it's just that image. Actually, I kind of like that. I think that's kind of cool. I would actually use that just on a card as it is. There you go. Obviously, I have to play with the stamp set more. Oh. So then the next thing I wanted to do was I was going to use these dies, which I'm pretty sure are not current anymore. But if you've been playing around with me for a while, then chances are you may have them. They are the deckled rectangle dies. When they were current, I absolutely loved them, so I used them a lot. And so that could be why you also have them, because I thoroughly recommended them. And what you need to do with your dies, so you want some dies that are, you know, that you're going to get a lot of, what's the word, that will cut out your image a lot. That doesn't really make sense, does it? But I know what I'm talking about, so this is good. And you want something that will cover your image, but it will also cut out bits from the center of it. I have gone with this many because I'm going to 1, 2, 3. Yes, so I'm going to be able to have at least 3 pieces that are coming out on it. See, this one I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the same with this one, 4. But it's a bit difficult to do that with this. I think either the actual image of the stamp needs to be larger, or yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we are going to go for it. And there was something else I was going to say. Oh, you need to place your dies together, and I've just put mine together with a bit of washi tape so that they will stay exactly where it's positioned. That's the other thing I need to do. So on the back of this, I'm going to add some of the foam adhesive sheet, which I don't actually need it to be quite as big as that, because that is going to be bigger than my image. So I just need it to be well, actually it needs to just be the size of the dies, really. So that's interesting. Just thought of that. So I can actually cut it there. Didn't consider that. Potentially it needs slightly more persuasion than the cutter will do. There we go. All right, so yes, these are the foam adhesive sheets. I'm not sure if I just said that or not, but if I did, then I've just repeated myself. Oh, good for me. And so if I hold this up to the light, I can kind of see where my turtle is on it, and I want to place this so that my turtle is nicely positioned. And now that's kind of difficult to hold it up to the light, so I am just going to hope and pray that it's in the right position. Not quite, but it'll do. And then I need to cut this out. You know, I probably should have just covered the back of it rather than covering it like that. That was, okay, not the brightest move. Recommend you cover the whole of the back of it so that it doesn't matter where you put the dies. I am just going to yay, it has cut all the way through. That's actually not too bad. I managed to line it up right. Wow. There you go. Go me. Okay. Now I am... Yikes. Okay. So I am hopeful that I can now take these off here. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It's a bit unfortunate that there's not another die that I could have used on it as well, really. Would have been nice if there had been another slightly skinnier one. Oh, wow. Go away, bits. All right, anyway, what I wanted to do then was actually add them onto here. So because I've done the image on it, you can then line up these pieces with the image underneath, hopefully. Oh, look at that. Apparently my image is a little off center. Mind you, I did know that anyway. All right, let's go for it. Just gonna fold that over and hope that I can maybe put it into the right place. So let's see, up there. That does look about where I want it to go. And if I take the top off, not too bad. Let's see whether I can work this one out. Looks about right. And take that piece off. And then the last one. Oh, which is now sticking itself quite nicely to my thumbs. And take that off. And there it is. So then you've actually got enough here to do the second one. And I'm kind of wondering whether I might just cut a piece out of the middle of this, because I don't have a smaller die. So I might see what else I can find, and if I can't find anything, then there's a good chance I'll just take a little chunk out of the middle of this, and then I can do another one that uses pretty much these and a different image underneath it. So stay tuned to see what I end up creating with the other image. And why has that got something that's looking like it needs to come off there? Oh, okay. The cool thing with using the foam adhesive sheets is that then you don't have to try and piece little tiny pieces of dimensionals, that's not dimensionals to the back of this when they're not quite the right size anyway, so it would make it really awkward. So that's why I did it that way. And I'm not really sure why it is that I have little bits. Oh my goodness, Heather, stop it. All right. I think potentially the butterflies worked out better, but I'm going to play around with this and I'm going to put them all onto my blog so that you can all check it out and see what you think, and you can tell me what you think on the blog or on my YouTube video, or, you know, just send me a comment of some description at some point. Preferably a positive one, but, you know, anything is fine, you know, even if it's a bless you if I sneezed or anything. All right, thanks for joining me today. Come and join me next week. Thanks, bye.